Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new thrifting haul. I know I haven't done one of these in so long, but I'm happy to be back with a brand new one. This is kind of like a catch up on a bunch of stuff that I got in the last couple months. I know I'm probably missing a few, but I did just kind of do like a quick gathering of a few that I definitely knew I didn't show you in previous thrifting haul videos, and I wanted to give you an extra bit of content leading up to or around the Christmas season. So I'm going to go through some of these movies, show you what I found. Hopefully you'll dig some of this stuff as much as I do. The first three titles I found are actually Christmas movies. The first one I got, I actually picked this up for $10, which I thought was a pretty good bargain. It's Home Alone 1 and 2 on Blu-ray. There's a digital code. I don't know if that's still any good. Let's see, does this expire? I don't know. If anyone wants the digital code for Home Alone 1 and 2, there they are. If you want to freeze that and copy the first one to get it, we'll get it. No guarantees. Little asterisks in fine print. But yeah, I grabbed this at Wally Mart, Home Alone 1 and 2. I didn't own these movies. So glad to add them to collection. I actually watched both of them one night here about a week ago. Love these movies. They're just good, just good holiday fun. The next one I got, which I watched, which was not that good, is Power Rangers Megaforce the Robo Night Before Christmas, which I grabbed because it seemingly was a Christmas movie, but not good. It has a couple of extra episodes, Wild Force, Team Carnival, and Jungle Fury, The Spirit of Kindness. I just didn't find it very Christmassy. I'm new to the Power Rangers thing, so I did just kind of grab it because it was cheap and it's a holiday movie, but I wouldn't recommend it. Not very Christmassy. Maybe little kids would really like it, I don't know. And the other one I got that was Christmas that I'm really excited about, and I haven't actually watched it yet, but I'm going to watch it one of these nights soon, as I have been probably raved about this last year, but George C. Scott's A Christmas Carol. This is a brilliant take on A Christmas Carol. I really like this movie. I'm just trying to see who else is in this. It does not say. It was directed by Clive Donner. I believe this is from 1983 or 84. Excellent version. If you like the Christmas Carol story. Actually, my sister found this for me in a video store. There's the chapter card there. So I'm looking forward to watching this one. Like I said, this was a newer favorite of mine. I watched it on streaming. You can watch this for free on streaming. I believe on Tubi, maybe on Roku. Highly recommend this. If you're looking for a really good Christmas movie, George C. Scott is, as I've mentioned in previous videos, quickly becoming one of my favorite, older actors. He's since passed away, but Exorcist 3 and The Changeling, and then I saw this one and I thought, I think I love George C. Scott, so I'm going to have to check out some more of his back catalog. The next one up I got was the Elysium Steelbook. Yeah, I don't normally buy Steelbooks, or I don't go out of my way to buy them, but I did grab this one at Value Village recently. It's a 2-disc set. I don't know if there was a slipcover on this or not. It doesn't really have much information on the case, but I do believe this is a Neil Blomkamp film. I saw this in the theater, really liked it. I saw a bit of it on TV a couple of months ago, and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta revisit this movie, because I do really like it. It's got Matt Damon in the lead role, which I have a hard time taking him as a strong lead actor. I know he's been in some stuff that's been really good. I always think of him from like the Jay and Silent Bob type stuff, but I know he's a very good actor. The next two I got here are both Incredible Hulk movies from the 70s or 80s, Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby. This one is called, this is actually a 2-disc set. It has The Incredible Hulk Returns as well as The Trial of the Incredible Hulk. It's got a little Slippy Dippy there. Ooh, we got some sweet, look at that picture. This is like my childhood right here. Thor makes a guest appearance on one of the movies, and the Daredevil makes an appearance in the other one. I probably watched these back in the day, but I don't remember them at all. This is an Anchor Bay edition from 2003. It seems that the movies were from 1988 and 1989 respectively, but don't quote me on that. Let's see on the inside. It's got, that's kind of cool how they did that. It's got Bill Bixby as Bruce Banner, and then Lou Ferrigno as the Hulk on the other side. Was he called Bruce Banner? No, he wasn't called Bruce Banner. He was David Banner on the TV series, because they thought that the name Bruce sounded too gay. That's what I heard anyway. That was like a gay man's name or something, so they changed it to David. I don't know if that's true. I just heard that somewhere. I always thought it was very weird, but of course it was the 80s, so yeah, what can you say? This is the death of the Incredible Hulk. It's got a cartoon cover on it. The inside is very boring. Let's see if I can find a year on this one. The disc is from 2003. I don't know when the movie came out, but I think this was, it's 1990. So I think these were re-released in 2003 to correlate with the release of the Ang Lee Hulk movie. So I think they were trying to capitalize on these. I don't know if the Ang Lee movie was successful or not, but probably trying to capitalize on the marketing of that and just re-release these movies. I'll save those for the end. The next one up I got really cheap, Minority Report with Tom Cruise. I've only seen this movie once a long time ago and never rewatched it, but I do remember liking it, so I'm going to give that one a rewatch. I got it for $2, so. Actually, a whole bunch of these up next I got for $2 each. This one's still factory sealed. This is, of course, Willow, which was directed by Ron Howard, executive produced by George Lucas, music by James Horner, starring Warwick Davis, Val Kilmer, Joanne Whalley. This is a Lucasfilm production from, I think it was like 85 or 86, I want to say. This is the 2019 DVD release. So I got it for $2, factory sealed, not too bad. This one I also got for $2. I've never seen it, but I've heard good things about it. This is directed by James Wan, who did like the Conjuring movies and all that. This is Death Sentence, starring, what's his name? Kevin Bacon. I almost said Francis Bacon. That would be weird. Kevin Bacon. I think it's kind of like a Death Wish, kind of like a violent, I don't know if it's like a revenge story or something, but yeah, very curious. The person who sold this to me said, oh, this is a great movie. You're going to love this one, because that person knows my taste in movies. The next one up I got is Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. This is the third in the original Mad Max series in the old snapper case. Double layer disc. Flipper disc, I guess. I don't know if I've actually ever seen this movie. I don't think I ever saw this movie ever, like on video or in the theater. I was late to the game with Road Warrior and the original Mad Max, but I don't think that one gets great reviews, but I am just curious to check it out. I do love the newer, the Fury Road one, and I guess there's a new one coming out called Furiosa with Anna Taylor-Joy, so I think that one's going to be really good. Speaking of revenge tales, the next one I actually bought this brand new, and I think it cost me a fair bit. I think it was like $35. But it is 3 movies, so if you break that down, I got the Equalizer trilogy starring Dan Zale. I love Denzel Washington. And I only saw the Equalizer, the first one, but it was so good. So I've heard the second one's not as good, but then the third one kind of redeems the series. So I'm going to check those out in the coming holiday week. But the first one is so good. Like, I think it's on Crave in Canada. So if you have Crave in Canada, you can watch it there. It is so good. And Denzel Washington, I've always loved his acting, but to see him in that kind of like violent revenge role, like, I had goosebumps just watching it. The next one I got is My Neighbor Totoro. This is a Studio Ghibli film directed by Miyazaki Hayao Miyazaki. I guess everyone always says Miyazaki, but I've seen this movie. I saw this movie about 10 years ago for the first time. Fell in love with it. My little side fell in love with this movie. It is so sweet and lovely, and I just love this movie. I did rewatch this recently, so I'm going to be doing a review coming up soon on the channel, so stay around. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, this is, if you like fantasy and you like Japanese animation, this is just so good. This is I think the Disney 2006 Disney DVD release. The movie's from 1988. Yeah, highly recommend. If you're looking for a nice family movie, this one is really sweet and cool and a little fantastic, and the animation's brilliant. The next one up, I'm actually going to be doing a review for soon as well, and this was not so good. This is Day of the Dead. I believe this is supposed to be a remake, but it really wasn't anything like the original Day of the Dead. This stars Mina Suvari, Ving Rhames, and Nick Cannon. Directed by Steve Miner, who was, in the Friday the 13th original movie. I think he directed that one as well as maybe the second one. This was not very good at all. This is not very good at all. I would put this in with Flight of the Living Dead or Return of the Living Dead Part 3 or whatever. This was kind of in that kind of area. Low budget. I think this was probably straight to video. Not very good. It's from 2008, so it was kind of an awkward time for horror. The cover looks cool. I was like, oh, what's this? Day of the Dead? Ving Rhames. I do like Ving Rhames. Anyway, I did watch it. It's not very good, but I am going to be doing a review of that soon, so be sure to stick around for that. The next one up I got is a Midnight Movies. I love to collect the Midnight Movie series from MGM. This is a double feature. What's the Matter with Helen, starring Debbie Reynolds and Shelley Winters, and Whoever Slew Auntie Roo. And the tagline is, she's taking a stab at motherhood. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a sucker for these midnight movies. Whenever I see them, I always grab them. You guys can let me know if you've seen these or if they're any good. I'm sure they're not very good, but What's the Matter with Helen is from 1971, and Whoever Slew Auntie Roo is from 1972. They both come in at around an hour and a half long. So, I don't know. It's a flipper disc, unfortunately, but I just keep adding these. So I have a big stack in my cupboard with midnight movies on them. I think I've only watched a few of them, actually, and they were really bad. But I grab them when I see them, and then, I don't know. Maybe someday. And the last two I got are actually music DVDs. This one's actually a really beautiful set. I got this at Backstreet Records in Fredericton, New Brunswick. This is called Rush Replay ×3. This is I watched actually, so I'll take the insides out so you can see. So this has three. As I understand, it has three concert films. There's the inside. Oh dear. So I did watch this one, which is Exit Stage Left, which I don't know if I talked about this one before on the channel, but this was actually filmed in Montreal, Quebec, around the time that I was living in Montreal, which was late 70s, like 79 maybe. I'm just looking to see if there's a date here. I did watch this movie, or this concert movie, I should say, and it was very good. If you love 70s Rush, or that sweet spot of 78 to 82, for me, I love that era. Exit Stage Left is really, really good. The picture's a little grainy because I think it was probably filmed on film and transferred to DVD. I don't know what the transfer quality is like, but it's a good concert. The other two are I think a little later. So there's Rush, Grace Under Pressure from 1984. These little booklets are really nice too. They've got really nice pictures from the concerts inside. And like you can see at the back, it's got like the discography. It's got notes about each of the players. There's Alex looking very cute. So yeah, so this one, I guess, was recorded at Radio City Music Hall. That's kind of cool. On the marquee, it says Rush with Marillion, sold out. So there's a picture of Rush in 1984. And then this one is called Rush, A Show of Hands. This is from, I'm not sure what year this is from. It looks like probably mid to late 80s. You can see Alex is rocking his mullet there. Getty's got his hair all pulled back. So I'm going to guess this is like 86, 87, somewhere in there. Oh, it says right here, 87, 88. So I have not actually watched the other two. I've only watched Exit Stage Left, which to me is like so good. It's like my favorite era for Rush. But anyway, this was very, very cool to get. And the packaging is really nice, and it's actually in really nice condition. So I'm looking forward to checking out the other two concerts on here. So disc 1 is Exit Stage Left. Disc 2 is Grace Under Pressure. Disc 3 is A Show of Hands. And disc 4 is actually Grace Under Pressure Tour Soundtrack. So I guess it's an audio CD on disc 4. So very cool. Very excited to check those out. And then the last one I actually just got last week. It's called Heine. It's a film by Sigur Rós, which is also a very cool music feature. This is a documentary as well as a live performance. I'm trying to remember what year this was from. I think this is also like, well, the DVD came out in 2007, so I'm guessing the recording was probably 2006. 2006. The documentary I watched, I have not watched the concert yet, but the documentary is beautiful. If you like Iceland, if you like the Icelandic culture, Sigur Rós are one of the most beautiful sounding bands I think I've ever heard. If you like Cocteau Twins, late 80s Cure, like shoegaze, My Bloody Valentine, these guys are beautiful, but they kind of incorporate a bit of a naturalistic, kind of a nature approach. They're very like of the earth, I would say. And they're very, very, they seem like very beautiful people. I don't know what they're singing in Icelandic, but it sounds very beautiful, and it sounds like it would be very, like, very touching your heart kind of music and lyrics. But I had this album, TAK, I think it's called, TAKK. I think I've gotten rid of it, unfortunately, because I was kind of wanting to listen to it after I watched this movie. But if you find a copy of this, I think there is one on YouTube maybe. Highly recommend it if you like that kind of like explosions in the sky, Russian circles, Tortoise, My Bloody Valentine, very post-rock, dreamlike, beautiful. And Iceland looks like such a beautiful country. The cinematography in this documentary is really beautiful. And just nice to see the Icelandic people coming together for this sort of homecoming of this band that had, I think, been on a world tour before this. But I just learned that they just released an album this past summer. I listened to a few tracks and they have not lost their touch. So check this out if you like kind of that kind of music and things like that. Anyway, that was my thrifting haul for this time around. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're having a great holiday and Christmas season. And until next time, I will see you at the thrift store or at the video store or out and about somewhere. Until next time, take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.